Yes, welcome to my channel. Genetics, human genetics, and eugenics. Introduction: The science of heredity and genetics is the study of two contradictory aspects of nature, the heredity and variation. The process of the transmission of the characters from one generation to another generation is called inheritance or heredity. Gametes, sperms, ova and egg are the sexual reproduction or by the asexual reproduction also. For example, the brother and sister are same parents, resemble to each other. Variation in the cause of the difference between the individual. It is the reason that both the brother and sister resemble to each other are still unique individuals. The identical and the twins show the phenomena of the evolution and the cyto differences. The heredity and the variation plays an important role in the formation of the new species is speciation. The biological science that deal with the mechanism of the heredity and the cause of the variation in the living organism and the living beings. Viruses, bacteria, animal and plant is known as the genetics, and the word genetics is derived from the Greek word and the gen, which means to come, to become, to grow into, and it was coined by Batson in 1906 for the study of the physiology of the heredity and variation. Thought that each parent has two such factors, while their sex cells, sperms, and the pollen and the ovum or the egg, which have only the one factor. Knight in 1799 and Goose in 1824 conducted the hybridation experiments on edible pea, that is Pisum stavium. And the scope of genetics. Genetics is explained in the form of in the form of the flow chart. There is the scope of genetics, in which transmission of genetics, molecular genetics, and the population genetics. Impact of the genetics difference interacting the areas of the human ventures, in which the medicine, law, agriculture, sociology, ecology, and physiology that comes in the genetics. There is a branch of genetics: plant genetics, animal genetics, human genetics, molecular genetics, microbial genetics, mycogenetics, and viral genetics. There are more branch of genetics, that is Drosophila genetics, Mendelian genetics, quantitative genetics, Morganian genetics, non-Mendelian genetics, mutation, cytogenetics, and molecular genetics, transmission genetics, clinical genetics, and immunogenetics, behavioral genetics, forward and backward genetics, and character based genetics. Thank you.